night, to be honest. I didn't sleep too well because yesterday I got rejected for a job that I really wanted, which really sucks. It was for a content creator management job. I don't know, it's kind of hard to even talk about it because I was so excited about it and now I'm jobless again. It's really hard actually to not go bed rotting and scroll all day. We're here to get what we want, right? We're not gonna sit and cry. Like, yes, you can cry while doing the hard shit, but I'm also really for self-discipline because I am super sensitive. Like, please do not yell at me, I will cry. I am an ADHD girly, so I really struggle with staying consistent in the things that I do. And I just want to take you with me on how to reset your habits to stay healthy and how to stay consistent. So this video is going to be about locking in. Let's do this together. It's okay if you're tired. It's okay if you don't feel like it. The most important thing you have got to do today is move. Just set everything in motion. So that's what we're gonna do. If you start your day with the hardest task, the rest of the day will come much easier to you. You will have conquered negative thoughts and any potential setbacks will seem much smaller later that day. And today you're figuring out how to reset into healthy habits. So picking a task like going to the gym, going for a walk, doing yoga will really set the tone. Now that I got the hardest tasks out of my way, I am sitting down to do some journaling, which is really important because you need to check in on yourself. I can be a little avoidant when it comes to checking in on myself because I just kind of feel like ignoring signs sometimes because I just don't feel like it. My brain is like, boring, journaling, boring. But it's so important to know where I'm at. I mentioned that I'm really tired today, and now that I tuned in on that a little more, I noticed that I shouldn't expect too much from myself today. I also think going outside is a really good thing for your health. The weather, it's shit today. It's really cold, but I have a good coat, so instead of going to the gym today, you can go for a bike ride and walking instead. It's a nice alternative on a gym workout, and going outside can really help decrease your anxiety levels and also increasing your happy hormones. You deserve a reward for your workout. Mine is having an iced matcha as a snack. Yours can be whatever you like. It can be a fun drink, getting a snack you love from the grocery store, getting trinkets, you name it. Staying motivated and having little goals to reach throughout the day, like working towards your reward, can actually really help getting your tasks done. Something that separates me from other people is that I know not to rely on just motivation. I know how to build habits. Now, if you're not familiar with the book Atomic Habits, I really recommend you to read it. It taught me so much about how habits are shaped and how you stay consistent with them, and how habits are basically tied to your identity. So something I'll do is when I want to change something about my habits or just about my life, I'll look at what needs changing, and I'll look at other people that already have what I want, and I just decide that I am like them as well. I never used to go outside, or like I had trouble eating healthy, I had trouble going to bed early, I have a sleeping disorder, so I shifted my thought pattern from, oh, I can't do this because I don't have this or that, or I'm just not built like that, to I am the type of girl that goes to bed early. I am the type of girl that goes out for a walk, which was really a game changer for me. Because when I struggle with doing something that I don't like, that I really need to do, I'll be like, I'm the type of girl that does insert thing that I'm supposed to do that I find really hard. I get out on my walking pad every single day, and if it's not on my walking pad, I'll go out for a walk. And if I don't go out for a walk, I'm sick. Because I'm just the type of girl that walks. I'm the type of girl that gets her steps in. So I identify with certain behaviors, and it's rooted so deeply in my identity that it's just normal for me. And you have to kind of gaslight yourself into becoming a better version of yourself, and it's really that easy. So I know that this doesn't really sound like solid advice, but the next thing you can do after deciding what type of person you are, not who you want to be but who you are, is making a plan. Once you've figured out what goals you want to reach or who you want to be, you'll decide that you are that person, and you make a plan, and then you follow that plan. And sometimes it gets really hard to follow your plan. Like if you're dieting or you want to go to the gym every day and you just don't feel like it, because there will always be a reason not to do something that is hard. But when you already know what you've got to do and there's a planning in place, it's not as hard. And then when you have your identity as backup, you'll just do it. So don't rely on motivation. Decide who you are, rely on your planning, figure out what to do and when to do it. And if you get really bored quickly like me, you should totally make a dopamine menu for yourself with stuff that really works. Giving yourself little rewards like I did today, but you could also use other sources to get your dopamine. Like I love to put on lip gloss. I love to use my body spray every day. I love dopamine dressing. I love doing my makeup. Like all these things that I do for myself are closely tied to my identity, but also really cheer me up. So when you pick your identity and you go work on that, make sure that it's really you. I think throughout life we all get to figure out who we are, and that's the fun part. Like, I know we've all got to work with the cards we're dealt with, but that doesn't mean we can't decorate the cards. So here's a little list of my personal dopamine menu, and I'll also link my most favorite dopamine source. It just really hits the sweet spot for me. I'm almost out of this product, but it's Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction, and it has shimmer. So when I spray it on, I'm covered in glitter, and it smells so good. And I first bought it when I went on a very nice vacation with my partner to Croatia, and this now just reminds me of vacation. And honestly, it does kind of smell like summer, and I really love summer. So I'm convinced all girl blog girlies like me should be obsessed with this. Like, I don't know what you guys are sleeping on, but it's perfect. Now that we've got our habits in place and our identity is clear, our plan is clear, we need to actually follow up with the plan and the identity that we are creating for ourselves, which brings us to step 6. Set yourself up for success. And by that I mean meal prepping, laying out clothes for the next day, making sure my walking pad is set in place, and everything that I need to just be ready and go. Like, I do not want to have to think about things too much. When I wake up in the morning, First of all, I hate getting out of bed. When I'm not well rested, that's my first big struggle. And when there's one other thing that's in my way to continue the habit, I'm done. That's why I make sure everything is set in place and there is minimum room for failure. Another thing that I do is I set a lot of timers throughout the day. Sometimes I'll go do something and it will be like 6 hours later and I'm like, what the hell? That felt like an hour. So when I have stuff to do, I set timers to take breaks. I set timers to know when to walk out the door. And I also set timers for the time between having to put on my shoes and walking out the door. And setting those timers really sets me up for success because I leave room for being chaotic, forgetful. If you notice that you're always losing your keys, then make sure you get a designated place for your keys so you don't ever lose them. And make sure that when you get home, you immediately put them in that place. But that also comes with habit forming. So like, it takes some time and you should really take it one habit at a time, but it really helps to set up routines and just give yourself some time and not rush your routines so they can develop into habits. Thank you so much for watching, Angel. I really hope this helped.